All right, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Daily Show again. So let's kick things off with the S&P 500. So basically over in the S&P 500, you can see that the candlestick has closed nicely right above this 150 and 200 simple moving average. So this is a very bullish sign. And let's take a look at the price action of the day itself. As you can see, the price action, even though people will call this as a bearish and inverted bearish pin bar, which is bearish in nature. But the fact that this price actually managed to close above these two primary resistance is a very good and bullish sign in the mid to near term. And more importantly, because today is actually the closing day, it will be very important that the price actually maintains above it if it is to have further bullish momentum. So yeah, so it's definitely a bullish sign, and I would be looking for possible bullish setup if you're looking to trade in the 4-hour time frame or shorter than that. So yeah, market structure looking bullish, market trend looking bullish. So it's definitely still making higher highs and higher lows. Let's take a look at Nasdaq. Yesterday, remember, it was consolidating, and similarly, you can see that it's still consolidating, and the moving average is catching up to it, which is a good thing because typically you cannot. It's like the price is like a rubber band action. So basically, when prices go too far ahead of the moving averages, it tends to consolidate. So for example, over here, you can see it touches over here is supportive. So this 150 simple moving average is of a significance. This is the 20 EMA itself. So yeah, so there it is. All right. So similarly, I would say it's currently in a neutral territory, but the market trend-wise definitely remain bullish. And here it's still making higher highs and higher low. Yeah, I would say Nasdaq is in terms of that is bullish. So okay, so to be clear, the reason why I classify it as neutral and not as bullish territory is because you can see this high. This is a possible lower high. This is a low. This is a higher high. So when you get this kind of conflicting signal whereby it isn't a higher high and a higher low, then it isn't a very clear and established bullish trend. Neither can it be a very clear and established bearish trend if you don't get lower highs and lower low. So in this kind of situation, it's typically in a neutral territory in here, which typically if I were to lean towards a certain set of buyers, I would still lean towards the previous trend that comes with it. So in this case, it's the bullish trend. So until it reverses its trend, which nobody can say for certain when it will happen, but once it does, then you can switch over to have a different bias for trading perspective. But of course, on a longer term perspective, when it comes to investing, I still stick to a long-term bullish momentum because generally prices do go up over the long run due to inflation and the population and stuff like that. So yeah, for Nasdaq, let's go over to gold. Over at gold, what you will see over here is the price managed to close above here. So seems like this and maintains above this 20 EMA itself. It's definitely a good sign. So maintaining above this 20 exponential moving average show that there is sign of support over here. Could it continue to go further upwards? Yes, it can, because over here is still leaning towards, you can see these are high, these are higher high, these are high, these are higher high as well. These are low, these are higher low, and higher low. So until it has actually break this lower low, then again it's a little bit more bearish. But bear in mind that it has broken this low and this low, so there isn't such a strong conviction to it. But that also means that it is likely considered as a consolidation phase as of this point in time. So until it breaks above here or breaks below here, so if it does break below here, then I will switch toward more of a bearish trend or bearish market structure. And because gold continues to go above, otherwise I will still remain as a bullish / neutral territory. Yeah, but in terms of the market structure wise, I'll consider it as neutral because you can see over here. Wait, I'll just be clear. This is a high, this is a lower high, a low, lower low. No, so strictly speaking, this will be a bearish market structure, but it's clear. In terms of that, it's bullish. So yeah, pardon me for that. So you must be very clear that before you do determine the market structure, do refresh and do say out so that you are certain that this is a high, this is a lower high, this is a low, this is a lower low. The minute that these things align, then it is clear that the trend or the market structure is bearish. So yeah, so if it does break above here, and then form some sort of a retracement and goes up again and breaks above that high, then you will have switched to a continue back to the bullish market structure again. Until then, right now it's in a bearish market structure. So yes, you can still enter a trade if you're thinking of it. You're looking at price action. So price action wise over here, support has been established for the meantime. So you can go with a long, like what I mentioned here. If it starts open here, which it did, so this long setup would have been activated. So right now your stop loss will be here and your target profit over here. So this trade setup is definitely valid because he has managed to open and go above this particular high, which is 1726.63. So now let's move over to the next one, which is, let's go back to the 9 chart. Okay, so over here, this 9 chart, what you can see over here is oil is similarly in a consolidation pattern because you can see this high, this lower high, and this low, and this previous will be a lower low. So because of this conflicting signal, it's very clear that it's in the neutral or in the consolidation phase, whereas the market trend is clearly still bearish. And this is neutral, and this is bearish. So yeah, so definitely, I personally wouldn't trade oil, but if you're looking to trade oil, you will look for a clear break above this 34.13 or a break below this 32.2 to go for a short. So this would be a possible entry point if you're looking for it with the target over here if you're going for long. Whereas the short wise, you probably will look for a target around here at this 27. Yeah, at least 27.11 region over here. Yep, so there's two possible options that you can go with a breakout kind of structure, a strategy approach. And lastly, on Bitcoin wise, so as what I mentioned, see, over here it's actually meet the resistance, as I mentioned. If it retraces over here, a very good retracement point, you mark over here and you mark over here, you realize that it's very nicely at this 0.786 region. So I do expect retracement now. And where the retracement will be, if it's going to be a bearish symmetrical triangle. So over here is done. So you can look for intraday possible trade. Personally, right now, I'm looking for some build up or some false break action before looking for short entry. So in terms of target wise, this is where I would go for. So over here is very simple. You look over here from here to here. Yeah, typically we target is 0.618 to 0.786 Fibonacci retracement. So if you're looking to show at least 9,400 mark, which is currently right now, your target should be around 9,000 to 8,900 to 9,000 region. That is where you possibly take profit. But do be aware that because it's a symmetrical triangle, and previously it's in a very bullish trend, do note that it may or may not touch us over here as well. So if strong support is established over at least 9,000 to 9,150 mark, consider taking profit because it could actually have a very sharp bounce, then it could actually break upwards towards the next one. However, if price maintains over here at this E region, which is between 0.618 and 0.786, then there's a likelihood that this symmetrical triangle should break towards the downside. This downside potential will possibly see this 7,800 region. So two huge possibilities going to come very soon. And based on time analysis wise, you can see here, 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 here. So you'll be around 2nd of June. And 2nd of June is around next week on a Tuesday. So yeah, could it break earlier on the 1st possible, on the 2nd, 3rd possible? So I would say between 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of June is a very good date. And that would also mean that it will be breaking out on the day of a new month, which is very significant as well. So we can look at currently how the candle is on the monthly chart. On the monthly chart, if it actually does not manage to close above this trend line is definitely looking bearish. As you can see, it was rejected once, rejected twice, and if this is rejected on the third time, then likelihood that it's going to retest lows or even the 20 exponential moving average on the monthly chart is a possibility as well. But yeah, that's looking a little bit too far. If you're looking for short-term trade, what I'll look for is basically a short scalp to the downside. So, but anyway, let's just update the market structure as well. As you can see, that's why I've drawn this very nicely, this ABCDE consolidation pattern. So this means that it's very likelihood that we're going to retrace a little on the downside. So in terms of market structure-wise, clearly neutral. So this is a very clear exception because clearly if you look at here, you got a low, a high, a higher low, and a higher high. But however, I'm making this as an exception simply because there's a very clear and very nice triangle consolidation pattern. And I personally do not do that until you can see the C and the D wave is almost completed. Because typically if you have an ABC, it could retraces and completes itself, and this could be a new wave upwards. But once you see that it's rejected nicely at this D region, then there's possibility that it could form a complete this E wave for a clear breakout, which would be very strong once it does break out, because this consolidated like for how long? If you're looking around here, yeah, there's almost a month, 26 days. So the longer it consolidates, the stronger the breakouts tends to be. So yeah. So this is a very bullish sign, but in terms of market trend, it's still bullish. Let's take a little look at the 4-hour chart. So where the 4-hour chart, I can see this high, this low, this higher high, lower high, and this lower low. So it's very clear that right now it's in a very bearish market structure, and it's even right now breaking towards the low. Yeah, so actually I should be looking to enter a trade if I could have a good stop loss. So after this recording, I'll look for a trade. So the idea is that if I can enter somewhere around this 9,004 mark, my stop loss will be somewhere around here. And my target, like what I mentioned, will be somewhere around here. The 9,000 is region. So yeah, so this could be a very stop loss kind of approach. Yeah, you get a 1:2 risk to reward. So I'll be looking into it. But otherwise, this is it. The market structure-wise is clearly bearish, and the market trend-wise remains bullish. So because it's bullish, I would look for a break below 9.4K on the 1-hour chart. Enter a short. So condition is break below 9.4K, and target will be, it will be around here. Okay, so the stop loss above the recent high 1-hour chart. Yep, so this will give me a good enough tight stop loss for it. And yep, that's it for the day. And I hope you guys enjoyed the session. And I'll be reviewing the content structure that I have on a daily basis. So if you guys have any feedback, feel free to drop by and drop any comments below. And otherwise, have a great weekend. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.